Hello and welcome back to the tubs, a very sad and somber and indeed damp tub that we are in, the kind of tub that you make ecstasy in. If they still make it in bathtubs anymore, I don't know. I got out of that trade a hot minute ago. This is, of course, powered by Cred. I don't know where this is going, but I know that you can pay all your bills with Cred. Not just your credit card bills, your phone bills, your electricity bills, but apparently, in my mind, your ecstasy bills. See, this is what happens when you just lob up and you just go, well, let's just see what comes out of the old mouth there. Yeah. Indeed, that's what Aleem Dar was doing when he was in full control today, Sam Perry. He was in full control of that situation. He wanted to get the fuck out of there. He wanted no play. No play.
He's got a bit of gangster about him, Aleem Dar, and I like it.
You got to respect it.
And I like it. Yeah, you know, when you've played a little bit of cricket, and we have, third grade,
mate,
fourth grade, etc. You can read body language when guys are on the field. I don't know who the other umpires were, and I don't care at the moment.
Didn't recognise them, don't want to know, don't care, don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Fucking penguins.
Oh, the wheels are falling off. On TGC now, no play. What do they say?
Yeah.
And I saw Aleem Dar walking out onto the ground, and he had the air of someone who was absolutely stinging for a beer. Now I know he doesn't drink.
Devout Muslim man.
It's a different thing. The fact he doesn't drink, he was just stinging.
Yeah.
And all the body language just radiated.
Yeah.
Pub. We're out here now. He'll have a lemonade at the pub. Whatever he needs to do.
Yeah. Pub squash.
Exactly. Actually, he runs a restaurant in Lahore.
Does he?
Aleem Dar. And he also gave free food to the jobless following coronavirus in Pakistan. So you got to hand it to Aleem Dar.
Mate, he'd be one of my top 10 creaming ciders.
Absolutely. You had me going somewhere else for a bit there, mate. Gotta say.
Bez, you know, this is what happens when we're reviewing every single ball of this match. You know, I actually watch the same amount of balls of this game as I have some of the IPL games we've covered.
What's a creaming side? Okay, lead me somewhere.
Okay, Pez. Well, here's what we're talking about, okay? Australia have played 3 games. They find themselves 4th in the table. You know, top 4. They've made the top 4 out of 6 teams in that group. They've got 2 games to play. They've got to play against Ireland and they've got to play against Afghanistan. Okay, now they are 4th and their net run rate is bad.
First thing I want to say is, it was a wet day out there.
Wet old day.
They obviously didn't get on. I'm not sure if we said that. Australia versus England looked like there was blokes walking dogs outside the ground. No intensity to it at all out there, believe me.
I saw one bloke going for a run in footy shorts and a singlet. It's 10 degrees. Pre-season starts today.
But we do talk about Premier League a lot. You know, ahead of the game, were you taking a point?
Yeah.
Were you taking a point? Because both teams emerge with a point. Take a point. Get out of here.
Well, it keeps the season alive.
Exactly.
I mean, Australia's World Cup dream is not over. Now, the game of this tournament now comes down to when someone else in this group plays next. New Zealand and England.
Walking away from it with a point means that both teams can continue to dream. Maybe not dare to dream.
No, they can continue to.
But you are daring in a way. But right. They do continue to dream. So you're about to set up the fucking maths of this.
New Zealand and England play each other on Tuesday, I think it is. And now I've got these games in front of me here, mate. I've got whatever you want in front of me. Yeah, Tuesday at the Gabba. I've got whatever you want in front of me. I can't believe mate, I can't believe I just opened this. We might have to do this whole show again. Yeah. Anyway, fuck it. It's 7 o'clock at the Gabba on Tuesday. That's Melbourne time. So whatever that means for the 19 different time zones in this country. That's the game. England and New Zealand. Now, okay, what does it mean? Because New Zealand are on 3 points, England are on 3 points, Ireland are on 3 points, Australia are on 3 points. Okay, New Zealand have got a game tomorrow. Is that right? Have New Zealand got a game tomorrow? New Zealand's next play tomorrow, Saturday, at the SCG against Sri Lanka. Okay? Now, if New Zealand win that game, they've got 1 foot in the final against Zimbabwe.
Foot stuff.
They're playing tootsies at the moment, New Zealand.
So who's got their feet in?
Yeah, exactly. They've got a couple of Ugg boots on into the final. Okay, so that's okay. Basically, what's going to come down to Australia must win their last 2 games. They've got to win convincingly. New Zealand, England is the game. Okay, if New Zealand beat England and Australia win their games, Australia are into the semis. If England beat New Zealand, then it's down to net run rate. Then it's a matter of how much England beat New Zealand, and then it's a fucking race for net run rate. So basically, like from an Australian perspective, what I'm saying, the best case scenario from here, New Zealand beat England.
Can I try a way of saying it? England and Australia are both on the same amount of points. Australia's got easier games. England have got harder games, but Australia have more net run rate to make up. So Australia's hoping for England to lose some shit.
Yeah.
And they're going to need to pound some guys.
And the puppy is like industry.
That's right.
One for the Billy Madison fans out there. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know what else to say other than to go look at Adam Zampa's Instagram if you want full coverage of what's happened in the match. He's got photos of Alim Dar. He's got photos of Matt Covid's Matt Covid.
This is good.
Matt Covid's Wade result. In a different room. He
was swimming and he's just trying to wade through.
That's right. He's got someone's pants around their ankles taking a shit in the cubicle of the dressing rooms. He's got Kane Richardson holding a Sharon. He's got Josh Elite Bush Horse Hazelwood sitting on some chairs. It's fucking great, and it was posted an hour ago, so I think the game was still on at that point. In that it wasn't called off. I feel like we've been shortchanged here, Pez, in many ways in this game.
The audience is feeling that way too.
100%. Well, we're still here because if that game turned into a 5-over shootout aside,
now we're talking.
We would have seen some shit.
And we would have seen some interesting decisions.
That's right. Decisions would have had to have been made.
Yeah.
Names would have had to been taken.
Yes.
Names would have had to be named.
There would have been 5 overs for Australia to bat with a new ball. Ordinarily, they've got 2 guys who do that, and I've got a feeling those 2 guys were not going to be those who open the batting, at least one.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen, so there's no need for that kind of
no
speculation.
need for that, mate. That's outrageous.
But yeah, I was keen on a 5-over shootout.
Yeah.
I was keen. Penalty
if Australia won.
Oh, if Australia won, I need Australia to bat second. I need them to mow down, not in a sort of a murderous way, but I guess, but analogous to cricket, an England total. That's when I would have enjoyed it. And I was actually going on to think that if we got a 5-over shootout and it was an epic game that saw one team dumped out, and that's the only way you can exit a World Cup. You can't exit the World Cup. You're already dumped out. We might have also seen the end of T20 cricket as a too long a format, and it would have been embracing the new 5-over century.
Yes.
So, needless to say, rain won, and 20 overs, the long form, still remains.
I would suggest interest in this code in this country, on this format in the country, is teetering right on the edge at the moment. Yeah. Right on the edge.
I guess when we were at the MCG on Sunday, and I reckon I'm going to be chasing the dragon for a long time that.
There was joy in the heart of people in that game today.
It's Australia, England. It's the big one. There's background. There's stakes. It's a World Cup. It's at the great ground of the MCG, and blokes are just walking dogs.
And you can also park your car at the ground.
That's right. We got the easiest cab of all time.
No dramas getting the cab.
Yeah, that's right. India, Pakistan had to walk a long way. Had to start calling some people, calling in favours. Call up Crown Casino. Call up the Packers. Can you get us in touch with an Uber? This one was like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Sport for choice.
I can't do that good whistle thing.
Hashtag ICDC, Pez.
Shivam Gayi writes in from the last game, boys, should the ICC reschedule the venues according to the rain forecasts to avoid so many washouts? Just feel that it would make the tournament more interesting. Hashtag ICDC. Shivam, I reckon that's a fantastic idea, brother.
Really good.
I reckon you just look at the forecast, you just go, all right, well, here's a game at the MCG. Yeah, there's one down the road that's got a roof on. Just chuck it in that stadium, no problem.
Pez, people have already bought tickets to the MCG. All good?
Yeah, just use them at the gate.
Okay, yeah.
The one
good.
down the road.
What about all the staff and that have to work inside the stadiums?
Well, then again, that's just a venue that's actually got a roof on it. He's saying reschedule if you see the forecast, so that they're in the same city. So reschedule's like, go play in another city or something. So just hop on a plane, get over there.
So all the broadcasters there, they just move around?
Yeah, okay, about broadcasters. You get the players on there, people turn up to the ground. This city's not raining, so just go to that city and play the game.
A couple of tripods, get the cameras on there.
Just go to the ground, easy. Yeah. There's a stadium down, a lot of people are saying a stadium down the road with a roof on. Will they use that? What up the bum, no I'm done.
Mate, it must be... Stop saying that.
6 points of the song, job done.
I can't tell if you exist or you're just a figment of my imagination.
Right, my mouth hasn't opened beyond 50% once again.
It must be so nice to live your life like that. Just play in the cities where it's not raining.
Oh, Shivam's just
like, play the UAE.
Love you, Shivam, and thank you for your support. But he's there. He's looking at the TV. He's like, oh God, more rain in Australia. He's like, one of these. I've got my phone here. Look at the forecast. He's like, well, hang on. There's other cities here in Australia.
Hang on a second.
Hang on, there's sunny there. All right, here we go.
Wait, 1 sec. Philippines, not a drop.
Fire up the phone. It's like, all right, boys, just getting into the comments here. So, but should the ICC reschedule? Just reschedule. Some of the ICCs goes, forecast looking good in Sydney. I can play up there. But there.
See, you can have fun when nothing happens. Maybe, in fact, more fun because no one gets hurt. All right, see you guys tomorrow for a game. Sunday for a game. Sunday's a big game, mate. India, South Africa.
Yeah,
that's a big game.
Yeah, it's big.
But, they're all big games now because everyone's been here, everyone at rain sometimes. So, forget everything we've just said, and we'll see you guys on the internet next time.